All right, so this is pretty controversial, but I wanted to speak on it. I want to first and foremost open up by saying that this is not a place for like hate. This is not a place for discrimination. This is not a place for any of that. So understand that I'm a logical thinker. So everything that I'm saying right here comes from a place of logic, of just fairness. So understand that. Okay, so I'm going to speak on it because I know a lot of creators probably won't want to speak on it for whatever reasons there are, especially with how society is and how cancel culture is. But we're going to speak on it because it needs to be addressed. It needs to be talked about so that there's a better understanding. So pretty much the Paris Olympics 2024 had an opening ceremony that was fairly controversial. There was one key point really what I want to touch on about that opening ceremony. There was, of course, there was, lots of representation, and but I have no issue with that at all. Remember, y'all, I'm from Austin, Texas, so this stuff I'm no stranger to any type of individuals who present themselves in whatever manners they want to. And I'm born and raised, I'm an OG. I've seen Austin change, and so I saw that growing up, but nonetheless, pretty much what we want to get here is that the opening ceremony, depicted one scene that was highly, highly questionable, and it was completely unnecessary. And that was pretty much a scene that was the equivalent of the Lord's Supper, as people know it in Christianity, whereas it's one of the most iconic, pieces of Christianity, where it shows, Jesus and the disciples around him and whatnot. And pretty much they depicted this, but it's individuals who identify as whatever different things, trans or gay or lesbian or whatnot, whatever these individuals identify as. Once again, I said no issue. I have no issue with that. Where the issue comes in at is with, but doing that for the Lord's Supper picture. And this is coming from someone who, of course, like I have a religious background, but I'm not really super religious. But even if I didn't, I think it's just a sense of having respect. And so, I saw there was a comment on X. There was someone who was like, clearly, there's like very crazy and very adamant individuals on X, right? And I saw someone speaking on a comment. They were like, "We owe you nothing," right? To which the person responded to them, talking about, well, okay, you owe us nothing, so I guess we'll, not respect, proper pronouns and things like that. There's always this back and forth going on. And of course, I'm paraphrasing it. I tried to find this specific one, but I couldn't find it. It's got lost in the sauce. But of course, I'm paraphrasing this. But either way, basically, the whole point of like the post was to say that, that you're not deserving of respect. You're not deserving of anything of us treating you with respect. When the general consensus is everyone treats everyone with respect, and that's what we're getting at. And think about it like this, y'all. So the big thing here is that there needs to be a form of respect, right? There's no reason to take a jab at Christianity, at religion, in any religion, at the expense, there's no reason to do that at all, because it's, think about it in reverse. I always like to think of it like this. It's like, in a sense, you would be doing what you hate most about what religion has done to you, because a lot of people say, well, religion tries to force or impose their viewpoints on you. And then it's like, how people be like, oh, if you don't believe in God, then you're going to hell or whatever, stuff like that, right? But at the same time, when you look at it, it's the exact same thing on the flip side. So it's like, if you don't believe in in necessarily, like, trans or the LGBTQ community or whatever, then you could get canceled. So this is another form of, it's essentially another form of religion. So when you look at it like that, you're moving one pendulum to another side, but you're getting the exact same thing, just in a different format. So ultimately, nothing comes of that. You feel me? Like there's no reason to take a jab, to take a stab at Christianity like that, the way that was done on a global stage as the Paris Olympics. In that regard, I don't believe that that was necessary. I don't believe that was a good thing to do, and I don't think that, like, that's something that's there's no point for it. It's like I said, it doesn't matter if you're religious or not. It's just a matter of like the same way that I wouldn't want to make people who identify as trans or as whatever sort of whatever sort of thing that they identify as. It's the same regard as, like, I wouldn't want to make someone or make a mockery of someone's religion, whether it's Islamic or Christianity or Buddhism or whatever. It's just a simple matter of respect. The big thing is just that we as individuals can live, can be individuals. The big thing is that you respect that these people, by like everyone as individuals, are people. Everyone just wants a little bit of respect, and there's no reason to take a jab at someone else or someone else's community just to try to make a point or something of the sort. You know? So I'm not sure if this sounds like I'm rambling or not. I'm really trying my best to convey this in a way that y'all as viewers, as listeners, can understand it and understand that I'm I'm not, this isn't coming from a place of hate, or and I'm not promoting, hate in any way, shape, or form, or any type of targeted anything like that. Like, no, it's just a simple matter of me breaking things down and explaining to you why these things are problematic, why it can be problematic, and why it's not necessary. This is the foundation of just like who I am in regards of have respect. Those are the biggest things for me, is just having respect. Like, you respect others, treat others the way you want to be treated, right? That's a golden rule, right? So it's like, that's kind of my input on that. Of course, I know a lot of people will try to misconstrue and manipulate this context, of course, but I am saying here, this is for the record, this is in this video, that there is absolutely zero things to misinterpretate here, that there's no hate at all for any parties involved, even in the slightest. Everyone deserves a happy existence. Be happy. And don't try to manipulate anything I'm saying. Anyways, be sure to like and subscribe. See you on the next one. Spike to content.